Sasakay sana kami ng boat ngayon. Kaya lang, temporary closed. Ayan yung boat, oh. Yun. Temporary closed. Under maintenance siguro. Kaya, next time na lang tayo mag-ride ng boat. So ngayon, sakay tayo ng sea train. Sakay tayo ng train. Tara, i-catch natin yun. So, maraming station ng train dito. Maraming station ang train dito. May tatlo. Tatlong station ba dito? Tatlo, no? So, yung yung stroller, bawal siyang isakay sa train. So, may sila dito, stroller parking. So, kung saan ka sumakay, doon ka na rin baba kasi, di ba? Of course, yung stroller. So, i-catch natin yung train. Tayo ay sasakay ng train. Ito na, maglilinya na kami dito. Ito yung pila. Ayan. So, sasakay tayo. Para hindi pa masyadong puno. Dito tayo. Ayan. Sintayin natin makababa sila. Wala. Yay! Avery! Sakay na tayo ng train. Dito tayo sa likod.
Oh.
Dito. Oo. Ito sa pinaka-last. Dito? Dito na lang daw. Uy, careful, careful lang. Yan. Dito na kami sa train. Yay, hey, hey, Avery! Yan. Look, may tao sa likod mo. Hi, Avery!
Okay, good, good.
Oh, okay.
Look, Fisher, park entrance.
We're gonna get 5 to 6.
Yun na, tatakbo na yung train. Yay!
That's how guys ran along. Hey!
Shepherd pala, the shepherd. Bye-bye.
Tinatapatan.
We're gonna go to Buhay to get started. We're gonna go to Buhay.
Mamumu lang ako.
This is the last, right?
Ayun, may mga... Eh, my, there's a duck. There's a duck.
There's a big oink.
We want to knock between that way. Yes.
Ay, sorry. Mainit kasi. Mainit. Okay lang.
Ang laki ng ano, luplo. Maganda pala doon sa likod sana, no? Kasi walang railings.
That works. Thank you very much.
Lagan.
The-experience pa lang ganito. Kapit din sila, video mo siya na.
Hi, Avery! Hi, Avery! Two. Oh, look at that! Hey, yes! Actually. So, dito tayo galing kanina, di ba? Po kami ngayon sa train station, mid na 4 kasi may pipick up din naman sa hero. Saan ka sumakay? Doon ka rin na rin. Kasi di ba yung stroller? Doon ka tayo. Oh, hindi tayo bababa kasi mag-abang na naman tayo ng sa susunod na train na schedule. Kasi since dito na kami kanina, kaya no need na sa amin na bumaba pa dito. Kaya kung gusto nyo pumunta dito sa isang lugar na to, doon sa isang lugar, sakay lang kayo ng train, tapos libutin nyo. Tapos, catch na naman kayo ng train. Ayaw nyo maglakad-lakad ng mahaba. So, silabasan na yung iba kasi hindi sila nakapunta dito kanina. Nasisa sila.
Come over here. You did.
Yeah.
Ano sa'yo?
Gawin ko ka na station. Ibri? Sana yung doon ba din na? Ha?
We'll see. We're going home. We're just like,
Text him and let me know that it's there.
Resource rich. Hindi pa nga natin nalagyan. Hindi pa natin napuntahan yung ano love, yung First Nation. Dito. Yes. Yes, my baby. Yes, my baby.
Tubig sana niya, no?
Ang bilis lang nating nakaikot ah.
Pwede nang bumaba?
Hindi. Bababa na tayo? Paikot lang to doon, tapos na? Tapos na?
Alam ko.
Siguro no. Ito lang pala yung ride ng crane. Tara, baba na tayo. Kasi mag-ano tayo sa kabayo, yun, nag-ano sila oh.
Oh, oh, what's that? Oh, clapping hand. Clapping hand. Clapping hand. Mommy clapping hands. Clapping hand. Clapping hand. Two hands yun na. Clap. Clap. Ooh.
oh, it's good.
Beautiful.
So good.
What's it? Gonna have blood.
Once they build it, they might end up.
Ay, nag-wave na naman sila.
Mama.
Ano yan?
Really not trying. Could be you on the last, could be Ben, though we don't know.
There might be a gala happening.
Oh, next
Depends on the take or go. It started last year, so we haven't got much done.
Yeah,
It's kind of slow.
yeah. They probably have 20 other doses.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, look at that Avery, oh. Avery, wow.
Yeah.
Maybe no.
We'll find that side, see like, wait,
Yeah, she's part of the trains right there.
we won't stop, you know?
Yeah.
Checkpoint, you know?
Get back.
Dito na tayo bababa.
Yung ano niya,
Clear.
yung si Maya doon.
Wait,
Nandyan yung...
hold on. Okay, Shepherd Station!
Yay! Careful. Careful.
Hold on. Just hold it. Just give me a second. Down there.
Going there.
Careful, careful, careful. Listen. What did you see on the front coach? This is the front coach.
Okay.
Cool down muna tayo.
Dito, upo muna kayo. Andito yung pacifier niya sa loob. So, kakababa lang namin. Ayan. Ang daming mga tao. Daming passenger. So, ko lang yung bag. Dito yung bag. Dito yung stroller. Yan. Dito muna sa shade.
Subukan ko siya ilagay.
So ngayon, tapos na tayo sa train.
Sinong
Punta tayo sa, ano, yung horse, no? Sasakay tayo ng, ano, anong tawag doon, love?
Sasakay ka ba?
Sasakay tayo, sulitin natin kasi wala yung, ano, boat. Sasakay sana kami ng boat kanina. Kaya lang, unavailable under maintenance act. So, sasakay tayo, magpila tayo. Kung may oras pa, itry natin sumakay doon sa, ano, kabayo. We'll see you later.
Malayo.
Ano ko na dyan?
So ito naman yung toilet nila dito guys. Kahit yung toilet nila ang pang yung toilet nila. Yan. Ito yung sa labas. So yan yung dyan kami sasakay mamaya. Ito na yung last ride. Yung dede niya, tubig. Love, mauna kayo.
You are eating my iPhone. What?
Saan tayo?
Sure step. Dito na sa pinaka-last. Yay! Ang init.
I think we got room for 3 more people.
Yeah, man.
We send you on your way. Just stay seated at all times. Just so I don't have to. So that there's no accidents. The horses can get quite fast, so we don't want any people falling over. No leaning over the side of the wagon, just because so that I don't have to write any incidents. And no loud noises, including clapping, that can scare the horses. And yeah, so I won't join you. That's okay. But just to make sure that you know the safety tips, and we'll bring you back here to unload. Just make sure the horses come to a complete stop before standing up, and I'll unload you. But yeah, enjoy the ride, and yeah, perfect.
Thank you.
Sorry kung i-adjust to.
But I did all
You look at that, get tired.
Eddie, they're Clydesdale cross horses. They're both 15 years old. They're half brothers. If you have any questions at any point, feel free to let me know. I'm not a tour guide, but I'll do my very best for a tour for you guys. We've got the Wainwright Hotel here, originally built in Denwood. It was very common for the railway to tell towns that they were going to be coming through there, and then at the last minute divert it for whatever political or money reasons. Unfortunately, that did happen to the town of Denwood, and opposed to taking their losses and losing the money that they had put into their hotels, they rolled it the 3 miles to Wainwright on logs. It took them 3 months to do this. Quite a laborious process. Here we have our ice cream parlor. In the early 1900s, it was seen as very unmanly to eat ice cream, also a female-dominated space. It was one of the only places that young natives could go without a chaperone, so they could talk about women's suffrage, they could vote, alcohol prohibition, all the fun stuff. Now, because it was a female-dominated space, people at the time believed that all the women were doing in there was gossiping. Because of that, your school teacher was not allowed to go into the ice cream parlor because they didn't want her corrupting the minds of the children.
Yeah.
Whatever she'd heard in there. At one point in early Calgary history, Calgary was known as Sandstone City. This is because originally lots of the houses were built out of wood, but in the 1800s there was a great fire that took out half of our buildings. Half of them ended up being 18 It was a lot smaller at the time, but after that Great Fire, there was actually a bylaw put in place that if you could afford it, you were required to build in non-flammable materials. Because sandstone, we had quarries in Cochrane, so it was fairly cheap and easily accessible. People began building in sandstone quite a bit. Unfortunately, it doesn't last that long because it is sand, so the weather's quite hard on it. Now, if you were wealthier, you would be able to build in grid, like this house here. This is our Prince house. It was built and owned by a man named Peter Prince, at one point the richest man in Alberta.
Oh, wow.
He was so wealthy that he was able to get streetlights put into Calgary. He was the first one to do that. And he was also the first owner of a motor car, which he later gave to his son, who was the first person who had a motor car accident.
Parecchio quella è la casa di
This yellow building on the corner is our Jewish synagogue. It is the oldest one. It is one of the oldest ones in Alberta. I believe it's the second oldest. It was lost for quite a while. It was converted to a house for some time, and nobody knew where it had gone. But during some renovations a few years back, they discovered the Star of David on there, and it was put up for sale, and we were able to purchase it as a synagogue. It also houses one of our oldest artifacts, 250-year-old Torah.
Wow. Hey.
Yes.
Just I kind of want to come a more open museum,
It's like an open museum.
but more cooler.
It's cooler. It's actually what I refer to it as a living history museum. So you
Yeah.
get to walk around and experience what it would be like in the day. And there are very few in Canada, so we're quite lucky to be able to have one here in Calgary. Does anybody know until what year women were considered property in Canada?
No.
No.
Near.
Embarrassingly late.
Oh,
1929.
wow.
That women were considered people in Canada. There's our famous five house, famous
Yeah,
five
that's the
stories
one.
of five very influential women in Canada's history. So that one has a lot of history about women's suffrage, right to vote, and when we finally were no longer property.
Right.
To put it into perspective, Canada was declared a country in 1867. So it took them a while. They had other priorities, I guess.
Yeah.
Now, luckily for women, back in the day, there were very, very few jobs that a woman was able to do to earn her own money. Prospecting was one of them. So we have our little gold panning exhibit there, and you guys can go try your hand at gold. I haven't heard of anybody striking rich, but who knows, you may be the first. The other jobs that a woman would be able to do was a school teacher, of course, until she was married, at which point she would be required to quit, or a phone booth operator in the town.
Oh.
We have a new paleontology exhibit here as well, that white building there. It is showcasing the great dinosaur rush of 1914 in Alberta. As you know, we have a very rich history of paleontology. And so when it was first discovered, everybody was wanting to get on that trend. The goal was not just to find the biggest dinosaur, but the most dinosaurs as well. It is a reproduction of the oldest one in Alberta. So if you guys don't care about Edmonton, oldest one in Alberta reproduction. It's the second reproduction of something completely out of Woodland. And that's as steel reinforced. Now you can see this big beam that goes up and down. That is how it would actually drill, and it would be less of a drill and more of a giant hammer that just slams into the earth, breaking up the rock.
It's
when
heavy.
it first came here, it was fully functional. It got 150 feet deep before they hit the reservoir water. At which point, obviously, we had to fill that in with cement, and now it's just pretend digs. Compared to today's oil rigs, which are more actual drills, it is very much slower. It would do in 2 weeks what a modern one could do in 2 hours.
Wow.
We have our road working shop here. So this has a lot of equipment that one's a tractor, but some horse-drawn, some tractor equipment for making roads like this. in towns, you'll notice that this one not particularly, but the one on Main Street especially, are very wide, and they were designed that way so you can fit 2 horses and 2 buggies beside each other, so you would be able to have a two-way street that they would both fit on. If you guys feel like making a Lonely Interpreter's Day, you can make your way down this path to the warden's cabin. It is often forgotten about, and he will maybe see 10 people in a day.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sure he would love to talk, know that we're still open, that we didn't close and leave him behind. We've got our carnival here. All of our rides are original. They were donated by a German collector, all but this one, which was from Bowness Park in Calgary itself. They're pretty special. The Bowness Park, that one in the middle of that was actually part of a German World War II mast, ship of a German World War II. And so they repurposed a lot of stuff back in the day because metal and resources like that were quite hard to come by. The carousel is one of only 2 in the world, the other one being in Europe somewhere. What makes it so special is the horses don't just go up and down like a modern. So it's more like riding a real horse, or so they tell me. But it also has real horsehair on the tails. And the Ferris wheel is very exciting. It is the fastest one in Canada.
Wow.
The reason for that being is it predates the bylaws that dictate how fast a Ferris wheel can go.
Yeah.
So it was made before they said, hey, that's a little too quick, but it got grandfathered in. I haven't been on it, but in theory it sounds very exciting. I haven't actually had anyone come up and be like, oh my gosh, that was insanely fast, but more you know.
The Ferris wheel? It was fast.
Yeah, it was fast? Awesome.
I was quite terrified actually. I didn't expect
Super
it.
scary?
I thought it was like a little ride kind of thing, and then it started going backwards.
Nope, she is quick.
Yeah.
So it is the only one in Canada like
What is the Ferris wheel?
The Ferris wheel is that big wheel.
Now, because the carnivals like this were such a popular place for young courting couples, they were rather controversial. They're traveling carnivals, so they would go from town to town, and people would actually petition to have them not come to their town because they were seen as so scandalous. Not functioning today, but down there we have our SS Moye. It is run on canola oil, and so because of that, it and emergency vehicles are the only ones that are allowed to run on our drinking water. And the reason being is that if it were to have a leak or go down, the canola oil would pollute it. Now, what you see as a river right now was at one point Sam Livingston's valley, his farmland. And Sam Livingston was, to the best of our knowledge, the first person to come settle in this area, reservoir, and that's why it's still referred to as Glenmore and not Arch Lake or something more appropriate. And now it's drinking water for half of Calgary. So, and Sam Livingston's house we still have. It was at one point at the bottom of that valley, but we didn't want to drown it, and so it is located in the settlement. It's the oldest building on our site. After pulling up to the wagon stop, any last questions?
Hey. What? How many? How many are there kind of boats?
How many boats are those? That one is a reproduction of, there's only one other, the original SS Moye. It's located in BC. And this is a 3/4 reproduction, so it's a little bit smaller than the original.
I'll put the sign on then.
The boat, they don't have anything. It's just going around the world. Well done for someone who is not.
Yun, tapos na kami sa horse ride namin. Tulog na yung kasama namin. Ang init. Guys, ang init. Pero, at least na-experience mo. Yung horse. So, ito na yung last ride. Grabe, ang init. Tapos na.
must be neon.
I just thought about it.
I thought it was rolling.
I'm good with it.
So guys, alam nyo, pag pupunta kayo dito sa Heritage Park, Historical Village dito sa Calgary, dapat talaga mag-start kayo from 9 a.m. kasi 9 a.m. sila nagbubukas, nagkuklose sila ng 5 p.m. Kasi sa laki ng lugar, hindi nyo malibot lahat. Yung ano nga yung sa First Nation na ano nila, history or culture nila, hindi namin napuntahan nandoon. Yun, yung may tipi. Yan yung may yellow dyan. Yan yung tipi na tinatawag nila. So, ayun, may nagsasayaw din doon ng mga First Nation. So, yun yung importante din na mapuntahan sana natin. Kaya lang, kapos na sa oras. And also, sayang, wala din yung boat na mag-ride yung SS Moyer. Moyer ba yun? Ganun. So, hindi namin nasakyan kasi out of order. Under maintenance. So ngayon 4 na, and then gusto namin din mapanood yung funeral show doon sa may church na pinuntahan natin kanina. So 4:30 daw yung show. Then after that, hindi pa na din napuntahan yung gasoline alley, yung mga vintage na mga sasakyan. At ang klase ng gasolina meron sila before. So ngayon andito kami sa little farm. Yan. Saglit. Ayan. Puntahan natin yun. Kung anong meron doon. May mga pabo. May sheep. Jadi yung ano niya, yung ulo niya. Iano mo sa shoulder mo. Iano mo. Ito yung little farm nila. Chicken. Huwag kang lumapit masyado.
Yan natin siya.
Sheep, ano? Lamb. Chicken.
Chicken.
What's that?
Alam niyo yung sikat na ice cream shop sa Cochrane, McKay's, supported nila to. The Burnside Ranch House. Tingnan natin sa loob. Let's go! Burnside Ranch House. Ay. Receiving area nila. Yan. May tao? Oh, dining area. Hi.
Ito na. Good morning.
No, whatever. Do you really have to wear all black though?
This is my father. Hi.
Whatever. He died 2 hours ago. Get over it.
So now I have a tour line. Tour is on Mondays, and then Tuesdays and Wednesdays I'm in the field. I'm
Anyone? Nope. John.
birthday.
That's 10, please. I don't
Well, I just decided that I might be happy to change careers, you know? That it might be a fun thing to do. Oh, yeah, that's a change of career. I don't get to drive anything here, but I do get to ride around in different things. Like the,
So ngayon, attend kami ng the funeral.
Feel that I'm not actually dead.
Final test.
Doon ka sa harap
Alright.
kasi dati.
Oh, very good, Mr. Crowley.
You. Now,
you.
let's get this funeral started, old bean.
Yes, let's. Thank you all for attending the funeral of Mr. Mortimer Crowley. Please join us in a moment of silence as the family brings in the body. I'm gonna tickle the eye.
Go on.
Get my jacket on, Mortimer.
Is this the part where we stay silent?
Yes, so shut up.
Well, stop drinking. Have some respect.
it's a morning drink, alright?
Yes, everyone needs to
It's the
respect me
afternoon.
now.
No, morning, like with a U, right?
Hello, don't worry, I have a rhyme.
Oh, right, so we're supposed to be silent.
Careful with 40. Be careful.
Be careful, Amelia.
Oh!
That was not my fault.
All right, let's go.
Over there.
I'm gonna get you, Farley.
Thank you all for attending the funeral of Mr. Mortimer Crowley. Might I say, you all look so splendidly dreadful.
Dreadful day. Well, a dreadful day so far. Yes. How can it even work? Well, it can always be there.
I'm already miserable and this outfit is 80.
Ooh, what I'm grateful for.
Why don't we get this funeral on the road and this body in the ground?
I object. Oh,
To what?
Look, this isn't a wedding.
I took my seat.
Oh, boo-hoo!
Well, also, can we discuss the matter of the inheritance?
Oh, listen here, you.
We will discuss the inheritance after the funeral. Now, before I invite family members up to give tributes, I'd like to say a little prayer for them. It's a good thing I'm an ordained minister. Let's see here. We're joined here today in the sight of God and in the face of this congregation to join together this man.
Oh, funeral. Funeral's to bury him, not marry him.
Right. Pardon me, folks. Wrong page. Here we are. For as much as it hath pleased Almighty God of His great mercies receive unto Himself the soul of this dear child here departed, we therefore commit His body to the ground, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, in the sure and certain hope of the resurrection through our Lord Jesus Christ to eternal life, who shall change our mortal body, that it may be like His glorious body, according to the mighty working whereby He's able to subdue all things to Himself. Amen.
Cheers.
I would now like to invite the family up to say some shit.
Yes, in my
Yes, you.
Well, I should like to start by unveiling my latest painting. This was originally painted as a birthday gift from my father, but now it serves in memory of him. My father didn't understand my art, but I loved him very much. Well, without further ado, here it is, entitled Mr. Crowley seated at a gallery in the Jason Fashion Room. The title's a work in progress.
It's so beautiful.
Hey. I'd now like to invite the next family member up.
Me?
No, me.
Why don't you go next?
Why on earth? Because I am heiress to the Crowley fortune. It makes more sense to me for me to inherit it.
And you're just assuming you're going to inherit everything.
Well, it makes more sense than you.
Aha! Aha! Monticello and I were thick as thieves. Oh, why, I was his second cousin-in-law. I am a shoo-in for the inheritance, which is why I should go next.
That makes 0 sense.
You make zero sense.
Matilda will go next.
Oh, fine. Save the best for last.
You're not even next.
My dear brother Morty is gone too soon. If only he'd seen that massive piano before it cropped him like an ant under a 6-year-old boot. The only sliver of solace I have is what to buy the inheritance. Cottage by the sea, swimming lessons, swimming pool. That's it, husband.
Oh, my own flesh and blood.
Oh, I'm sorry. Morty's going to be ever so missed.
Thank you for
Yeah,
that,
thank you.
Matilda. Amelia, got anything to say?
Wake up!
To me, Uncle Mortimer was some old rich guy who smelled like mothballs who Mommy and I would visit when we were strapped for cash.
Oh, this is
And what?
Is that all?
Oh! I guess someone will miss him.
Cheers to that.
Thank you for that touching tribute. I couldn't tell you what it touched other than my nerves. It must have been something. I would now like to ask the next family
All
member.
right, step aside, step aside.
Not you.
What do you mean, not me?
Family member.
I am a family member. I was his second cousin.
In-law.
Yes. In fact, just before he died, I got the sneak peek at the painting that Lavender over there did for him, and I immediately commissioned a companion piece. Allow me to present it to you all right now. I call it Oswald Baudelaire, second cousin-in-law, seated at a different piano with an adjacent basket of roots. Well, what do you think? I mentioned that mine looks significantly better. Mortimer, go down under. But sure don't remind me of the time too was down under. It was 1902 in the outbacks of Australia hunting emus for Thanksgiving dinner. Why we just want to call for a night? We have to wrestling.
Lies,
What?
Oswald, if that is even your real name.
I dare you. Oswald's indeed my name. Who are lies you talking about?
Well, first of all, that's not your real accent. It's terrible. And secondly, you hardly knew my father. You can't even get his name right. You're just making up all these nonsensical stories to make it seem like you were closer than you actually were.
Didgeridoo.
You're just
Dingo.
making things more
Enough, you two! This is no place for an argument. It's a funeral, not a wedding. Thank you. Now, according to the final will and testament of Mr. Mortimer Crowley, the family needs to complete a few tasks before I dole out inheritances.
What? Did you do more?
You'd have to do anything. Come on.
I did something.
If I could get the family at the organ, please.
I'm on my way.
I thought you were Amelia.
Hurry up, Mildred.
Amelia,
No, it's Matilda. Thank you.
you will need to get all of these ribbons wound together.
What?
Lillian, you will need to make a bouquet out of these flowers.
Okay.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Matilda, here's a vase.
It's broken. Tacky.
It's perfect for you. Oswald, you will need to write the epitaph
Oh, wow, I got that.
using 4 words.
4 words?
You've all got 30 seconds.
What?
Now go.
How did we do it?
I think so. It looks not entirely off.
Wonderful. Now where is my inheritance?
Yes, where is my fortune?
We did all your tasks, now hand it over.
There's still a few more things we need to do before I even ponder that reality. We still need to put the poor man in the ground, and of course then I need to consult the will again,
No! I'm tired of these games you keep playing with us. Just tell us who inherits the fortune so we can go our separate ways and stop pretending we cared about the man. The only one who truly cared that I died was Lillian. The rest of you lot were just trying to capitalize on my death. Now, when I actually die, you will get nothing.
Oh, nothing. No.
But what about me?
Nothing for you, Dumpling.
No,
Come on.
no, cottage by the sea.
No one is by the sea.
Cecilia. It's been a terrible day.
Well, at least now I know who my true family is.
But Father, I don't quite understand. Everyone did the tasks you assigned them. Why would you send everyone away?
Well, we weren't testing them to see if they did the task, but rather how they did.
And let's take this beautiful painting with us. We put it right on the mantle where you are. Because, come to think of it,
I am so very proud that my daughter is an artist.
Thank you all for attending the funeral of Mr. Mortimer Crowley. We hope you have a splendiferous evening.
So ngayon guys, akyat tayo para papuntahan natin yun. So, alam nyo dito sa Heritage Park, kung gusto nyong mag-exercise, mag-walking, pumayat, maglibot kayo dito. Yung entrance is 39.95 sa adult. Anong tawag nito? Windmill. Durham. Immigrated from Belarusia near Durham, 1910. Since 5 p.m. na, hindi na kami nakapasok dyan. Next visit na lang. Yan yung gasoline alley, yung may mga vintage na sasakyan sa loob. So, hindi na pwedeng pumasok kasi 5 p.m. na. Kaya, uwi na tayo. Wala na. Goodbye na. See you next time. So, uwian na guys. Tapos na yung tour sa Heritage Park na hindi naman nalibot lahat kasi nga ang laki ng lugar. Tapos hindi ka pwedeng pumasok ka lang sa isang establishment tapos ka na, alis ka na agad.
Hurts this thing.
Kaya balik na lang tayo next time kasi may babalikan pa rin naman tayo. Kasi hindi tayo nakasakay doon sa boat nila, SS Moyer. So, hindi ko alam kung anong ibig sabihin ng SS. Ilagay na lang natin sa subtitle. Char. So, yun lang guys. I think that's it for today. Thank you for watching. God bless everyone. Bye!